The top two teams move on into the bracket, and we're ready to go. And we did do a bit of a coin flip, so we're going to do some vetoing, like map choosing and stuff ahead of time. And Quanzek, I have talked to my team. Have you talked to yours about who or what maps they prefer? They don't. If we do the veto, or if we just agree on a map, or
they have a few vetoes in mind. Let me see what they want to get through here first.
Okay.
Just sent them a message to see what is coming back our direction.
Okay.
But did you guys have a specific ban already in mind?
Not but I know which one that we're gonna work towards. We'll get it going on the first one, but I am gonna double check to make sure we're going through the correct list as I'm reading stuff off. My apologies, everybody, for the bit of a hiccup. But for the first one, why not? Let's throw a. I can ask the. You know what? I'm gonna ask the guys in game. They know better than me.
Got it.
So we can ask in game. We have the first veto. We'll be going over to Aspire. Do you have a map of them that you would like to veto?
What does veto mean? You mean ban?
Going to be split.
Banning it. Yes, we're going to alternate back and forth.
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. So our veto is going to be split. That we're rolling out here.
We ban Juan Pringle.
Who picks first?
We will have the first veto, so we'll get the first map ban.
Yeah, we ban
okay,
Juan
and then we're picking then.
Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck
I'm
is
just kidding. Ban Icebox.
And then remind me once more. Sorry for the confusion. Working through this.
Okay.
Remind me once more what the veto was.
That's the map ban. So we choose to ban Icebox.
Okay.
I'm using the in-game party chat as well to let them choose.
Got it. Yep. I'll go ahead and tune into that. Okay, so split and
then they banned split. Okay, so we banned Icebox, they banned split, we banned Breeze. And you will have
over here
one more veto.
Just asked around. I told them to use the map chat. Or the game chat, excuse me.
Okay, so they ban Ascent. Okay. So then we choose. All right, so Icebox, Split, Breeze, and Ascent. So we'll be down to Haven and Bind, and then your team will be able to choose the starting side if you're attacking or defending.
I'm being asked if we can switch the server location from Illinois to Texas.
I can ask to be sure. Okay, then we choose bind, and then you guys can choose if you attack or defend to start. And they start on defense.
And then before we load in, can we? Is it possible?
Yeah, I can ask our guys.
Got it.
In Aspire, I'll ask in here: is it okay if we switch to the Texas server? We'll still be U.S. Central.
Sounds good to us. As long as we don't play against Wandale Pringle, I'm good.
Alrighty, we're good. We'll be on bind.
Wandale's coming.
We will be on bind.
If Quandale Dingle comes or Quandale Bringle, I'm literally gonna lose my shit. I'm not joking.
Map of choice, one of the
That's
few
the one
maps
condition. I joined this tournament because Wandale Pringle and his cousins would not be playing.
With my limited Valorant knowledge.
Alrighty, we'll get everything in here. So we'll start on the attack. We'll get everybody in here for make sure everybody is in.
Get everything situated here. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're just trying to get the everything set up from the lobby point of view. It's kind of fun. I'm so used to this is really weird for me. Just having to chatting. I'm not gonna say just chatting with you, Quanzek, 'cause it's a good time. But not. The delay on the stream is getting me because I like doing the back and forth, and like now with a 2-minute delay talking to anybody, like I'm not gonna lie, it's throwing me off.
Yeah, whoever is in chat, just know that if there is a response given to whatever you throw in there, it's going to be very much delayed. It's mainly going to be banter between me and Gator here.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. It should be pretty good. We do have everybody into the lobby. We have the server set up. We have all the modes and all of that kind of stuff. It should be ready to go. And we'll get this going. Like I said, just keeping an eye on Discord, and we're getting this ready to go. I'm excited for it though. And Peach is saying in chat, new hat. I've had it for a little bit. I used to wear it quite a bit on stream, but it's been a minute. Cool. There we go.
There we
go. Should be able to get this good to go, and everybody should be ready. Cool. Looks to be good. Ready up. Let's go. We're gonna head on into Bind. I'm gonna throw over onto the actual casting screen, and Quanzek, I'm excited for this. I've been watching a lot of Valorant to get ready for this, to try to prepare for it. I'm a little bit familiar with it, but not hugely so. So it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of stuff these teams end up bringing out.
Yeah, I'm in very much the same boat here of, I mean, I have a little bit of experience with Valorant, played a few games, but this is one of my few legit casts of Valorant. So I'm curious as to what this looks like. We see the previews coming out for either side here before the actual lock-in happens.
I do like they're going for a little bit of trickery on it, as is expected in any game where you have, whether it is your, an operator, champion, hero, what have you. You usually have a little bit of trickery. You start rotating through, trying to bait out the opponent, but eventually you do have to lock in who you're going to have for the game. And we see the first one come in courtesy of Ares, and immediately followed by Blue.
Yeah, there's Prio picks coming out here as there's multiple lock-ins coming in by way of the defenders, the op stoppas, the team reigning that I will herald.
Choose your
most of
agent.
this competition here.
I'm excited to see
down.
We go through. We got a couple of seconds left. Looks like they're going through it and locking it in. Did turn off my team chat just for the moment, so I don't know if there's any questions. I do apologize to the squad. So gotta ask, Quanzek, does he come into this? As I'm bringing in Aspire Entertainment, how did you come across Opstoppas? How'd you end up bringing these 5 folks in?
The majority of the team is reigning from my university team. The college I'm currently at has a Valorant squad that isn't half bad, and so Adderall, Anthony, Bilu are both from there, and we had another guy who had to drop out. That was the craziness I had earlier on with trying to actually figure out what was going on, what was the case was. But yeah, it was just, we're a little bit of a ragtag collection here, not necessarily a set team, but I think they got some time in beforehand, so we'll see what this looks like.
Yeah, no, it should be pretty good as we're going here into round number 1. And as I mentioned, we might have to touch my audio a little bit as we go through this. I did some tests ahead of time, but, never know how it goes until it starts going, so to speak. But we'll head on into this. You can see, we got everybody's different point of view. And we do have, as I mentioned a couple of times, the stream delay on, so you can't quite see what the
caution here.
You can't gain information by screen peeking onto another stream. Get used to this as well. Now, 1 second. I'm excited. I like seeing the connection there. Like I said, bringing in, a team coming in from the university and such, being able to, if you know them or not, either way, it's fun to see.
Yeah. What about your team specifically? What's the story there?
100% honest. I was not in the previous Valorant Caster Clash, so when I got into this one, I went right to the winners of the last one. And so Aspire Entertainment did win the previous Caster Clash, or the previous Valorant Caster Clash. So that's when we're coming in. That's how I ended up coming in with them. They're very gracious, and I mentioned when I talked to them that Valorant is something that I am new to, and I'm looking to expand. I'm trying to get a little bit better. And they were very open to coming in and working with it, and I very much appreciate that. Also working on getting my observer skills going.
Yeah, same. This is the... Not used to doing this by hand this time around. Round 1-1 has already come and gone. I know we're sorting through all the hiccups.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Very strong start here for the Op Stoppas. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, defense, as far as I'm aware, is typically the at least from my playtime, and maybe that's just because I'm brand new to the game. But from the time that I have, defense is usually the easier side to participate in, hence us selecting defense first.
Makes sense to me.
But the 2-0 lead definitely makes me feel a little bit confident about what we're gonna see moving forward, but you know, still plenty of time. We're just starting everything here.
Right. We see a split attack coming in. Bit of a battle going on here. Slow pop up from Demons. If you can get some intel. Moving over onto this side. A couple of shots coming out. Is at a disadvantage by count. You see Smiley getting the kill on to Ivy. The firefight breaking out over to the side. Might see a bit of advantage going the way of Aspire. We'll get a bit of a pop back over into defense regain. The 4v4, one down for both squads.
You see the rotation coming out here from Opstop is on to A. Bilu gets vision onto A. Gonna drop the arrow to see the location.
Get some more frags coming on out. Down to a 3v3, but a firefight A starting to get hot. The Spire do have Spike. Just have to defend it. Cause taking out the kill on a Bleo. Time likely going to tick down. Should hold on to this for the moment. 2v2. Anthony taking Demon out of it is going to go down to a 2v1 to the clutch. Be there. The defenders will be unable to, as Aspire get their first round win. It's in a 2-1, but we still have plenty of ways to go here in this first round. This first match, I should say.
Right here.
We've gone through 3, not even remotely near the half point yet, let alone the end of the match. So good win there for the attackers in Aspire.
Does anyone have funds?
Able to get their first round win. Maybe we'll see some strategy changes moving forward here, but it looks to be the similar setup between both teams. 3 on A, 2 on B, a piece on either side.
See a couple of shots coming out on B. Be a little bit slow here. We got the drone coming on in. See if we can get some intel. Looks like things might get hot. Just taking a peek at the map. Steven will pull off a little bit. Heard some shots. Doesn't want to immediately charge in. Both Aries and Smiley taking a look over on the A as well. I would assume he's taking ladder moves out. This might speed it up a little bit. But immediately answer back. Demon taking out Anthony. One frag each here in round number 4. The Spire, we're looking to get tied back up 2-2 in match number 1.
Another advantage gained there. Oh, the op able to come out for Stoppas. Is able to find a kill. We are 3 apiece. Rotate is going to come out here for Aspire. They're head over towards A.
3 are going to come on in as well. Only one defender there. Ivy's going to have to make a decision. It will get domed by the cause. We'll have 3v2 coming in on A. A couple of players rotating in. The spike is down to the defense. Now a time to do their job. Last time we got a spike. Spire did take the round. They'll look to do so here again.
Yeah, they are still a man up. Granted, half health. Onto the Sova.
Smiley and Sandblaster just around each other's corners. Smiley is going to get the headshot. We'll move up to 3v1. Are we going to see a hold here coming in? Oyasumi. Not much they can really do with this disadvantage. We'll see if they look to regain a little bit. They are going to stay in the back. Round at number 4, match 1 is going to go, or I should say of match 1, since we're doing best of ones throughout the group stage. We'll tie it back up 2-2.
Yeah, Oyasumi op opting to save here, and after the couple rounds going in favor of Ops Up as Aspire answers well, able to get their legs underneath them and find 2 rounds to answer, and now pressure's gonna be on Opstapas to attempt to regain here, as now both these teams, they're in the swing of things, and it seems when these teams have reached that point, Aspire's been the one with the advantage up to this point.
Yeah, they'll look to continue doing it as well, and solid bounce back. Like you mentioned earlier, defense, he usually has that bit of an advantage coming into the maps, and I mentioned relatively new to Valorant. I've seen quite a bit of, you know, CSGO in my day, being a boomer in the esports scene, so there's certainly some similarities there, not identical games. It is really interesting seeing the changes in it as well. Valorant has exploded onto the scene, and for very good reason. And having an opportunity to see some of these higher ranked players coming into a competitive event gives a reason why. So these fights get very close, they get very tense, and already the spike coming out from Aspire.
Spike planted.
Yeah, that spike has spelled good tidings for this team, although a flurry of kills coming out onto A. The advantage eventually going to fall in Aspire's favor. They are a man up with the spike planted. It's all up to Ivy. 2 people in Cubby here. Ivy smokes onto the spike. Gonna fake it, looking to get a pop here. Looks away at the worst time, but is gonna push the Sova. Does find the kill, but the spike is still ticking down.
And a popping out did get that intel, but a ladder moves coming out, making money moves, get that final frag onto Ivy. And not gonna lie, that was a very frenetic battle there on the A site. Frags galore. Ultimately clutched out there by Aspire. I thought Ivy might have gotten away with the defuse there for a moment.
Yeah, the Ivy was attempting their last second heroics, not able to come through for Opstapas. And they will now drop their first lead of the match. That was frantic on A site, as there were 4 kills that happened within a few seconds of each other.
Scout destroyed.
And now contest is going to be back at A.
Prepare for hellfire.
Fire in this Healing over here.
More battles coming out. Ares able to get that frag, and already spike coming down. Demon picking up the kill on Bleo. Smiley getting involved against Oyasumi. And 5v2. You know what? Call it 5v1. This might be a perfect round here coming in from Aspire. That after dropping the first 2 rounds, rattling off 4 in a row, including picking up the flawless.
Yeah, this is starting to snowball in Aspire's favor. Now you start to think about, what does Opstapas have to do in order to get back on track here? What's the strategy change? What is the... maybe a little bit of a flurry of kills that they've had on A each and every single time, and because of that, with the contention on A, they've dropped these last few rounds. And if I were Aspire right now, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
As more of the same is working.
May see an interesting one here coming out with the smoke and quick reactions, but Anthony will take Smiley out. A couple of frags already into the game. Bladder moves taking out Ivy. And the numbers advantage going back over to Aspire. The spike coming in yet again. We see the Opstapas looking to get some intel, trying to figure out where it is, but the spike coming in at B. They know where to go. I expect the firefight to break out here in just a moment.
1 enemy remaining.
Opstapas just not able to get a foothold onto B site. Trapped in the hall. And they will drop the 5th round in a row.
Solid bounce back here from Aspire. You know, it was only 2 rounds into the first match, but you know, you come into it, it's the potential for a longer night with the with some of these events. You know, we have 3 matches here in the group stages. which we're doing best of 1, so it won't be incredibly long, but it still takes some time to get through. But then with the top 2 going into the playoffs, and you'll play 2 more matches after that, 1 being a best of 1, and if you make it to the grand finals, that's a best of 3. I mean, the players, they're in for quite a long night, so even a bit of a hiccup at the start isn't terrible, but coming from obviously rooting for Aspire, I like to see the bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue it's even more than a bounce back. They dropped 2 rounds immediately.
Jet's grounded.
Answered with 5 of their own, although now it's Opstop is looking to maybe get back on track. The Raze is going to be left. Demon on 20 health. Last man standing for this Aspire team.
See if they can be true to form as well. You don't pick a name like Demon if you're not willing to clutch up in events like this. Looks like he might be a little more comfortable to see the clock tick away. Going for a couple of squats here to keep the legs fresh as we get close into the last 30 seconds. This may be a bit of a win, like you said, after 5 in a row coming in from Aspire. This may be where Opstapas pick up a dub. We get a little bit of momentum back into this shot coming out. Leo is going to be seen, gets the shot onto, gets it over to Demon. They will have to go into one last fight. The Recon Bolt giving info back over, but a 1v1 Demon, are they going to clutch it? Demon with the reaction! My goodness! Now that is a clutch if I have seen one!
Demon holding true to their namesake, getting the Raze Grenade onto Bilu, and then just winning the 1v1 on 20 health against Oyasumi. And for an Opstop team that was hoping to get back on track with that round, that is demoralizing to lose in that clutch fashion.
They will have a little bit. It's obviously would prefer to pick up the round win, but still getting that close. How often do you see a clutch like that? Like I said, 20 health coming back in and picking up those frags is huge. We do see that little bit of momentum coming back from Opstapas. Demon right back to it, takes Oyasumi out again. See Ares look to try to get a shot here, but will be taken out by Ivy. Demon taking Bleo out, still continuing on with what they've been doing so well and hanging on over here on the A site.
A little bit of trade between sites. 2 kills onto B for Opstapas, but 3 kills trade of their own. 2 on B, 1 on A, and so now looking to get control. A little bit of a skirmish here, potentially coming up between Sandblacks.
Ooh, Demon!
At the worst time, and Demon able to turn around on a whim and get that flick kill last second.
Had another 4 kills in that last round. Demon was left alone over there in that corridor. I was taking a look at the map as everybody was pushing in. I was holding my breath just for a moment because it wasn't that 2v1, but like I said, gets the flick kill. Not necessarily a clutch, but does pick up another couple of frags. Is moving towards picking up more wins here in match number 1.
Lots of shots rifling out early here. So Oyasumi able to find a couple kills in Hookah. Give his team the advantage as they're up 5-3.
5-2 now. Notably, Oyasumi took Demon out immediately. And Demon really has been doing so well. They've been.
If there's a player at target, that's the one for sure.
Absolutely. We're down to the 2v5. Aspire. Make it 2v or 1v5. We saw a flawless round in round number 2, if I recall correctly. We'll see it again here in round 10. Opstapas, they pick up a win, and now that is a bounce back, my friend.
That's their, I mean, that's, hopefully it turns into more than just a bounce back, as after the 2 initial wins, it was 7 unanswered for Aspire. And Opstapa able to finally find their 3rd win. Maybe carry this momentum into the rest of this game. It is a best of 1, so there's no room for errors. You don't get a second opportunity.
Play, let's play.
And a best of 3.
We are still in the first half of this game as well. Aspire have done all of this on the attacking side. They're sitting at 7-3, which is overall pretty good coming in against the defense that in the first 2 rounds looked to be fairly impenetrable coming in from Ops to Oppas, but the tides have turned for the moment. We'll see if Aspire can get a couple more wins here before we go over into the switch.
2 and 2 apiece. Ooh, that last kill able to come out on A with Demon still holding on to a portion of their health, 40 to be exact. So now it's all on Bilu. Full health versus 2 opponents that are a little bit wounded, a little bit popped, but Spike is down. See if Bilu can return a clutch of his own onto Demon.
Revealing area.
He's going to go for that recon bolt, immediately taken away. The time continuing to tick. You can hear the beeping increasing. Demon and BU on opposite sides of the wall. The shots are going to come out. Demon drops back over into defense. BU has to push, gets the frag on a Demon, but Ares will get the kill onto Bliu. Aspire take around 11.
Round in the half.
One last round. As the announcer says, they can say it better than I do.
Bilu was looking more towards bathroom, thinking that the last member for Aspire might have been there, but instead they were more directly onto a site. So last round of the half, as it was said twice before me, I'll make it a third. Spending everything here, making sure to drop all the ultimates. Everything is gone after here. And if Opstopas dropped 9-3 here, it wouldn't exactly be ideal.
See how this goes. Plenty of shots raining. Demon getting the headshot onto Ivy. A firefight coming out over on B site.
Spike down B.
Getting down to 2v2. Spike getting dropped. Looks like B is going to be in the action. Demon will come out of the smoke. Finds Bliu. A 2v1. Sandblast coming out of their own spawn. Similar situation, just different names from last round.
Yep. Pressure's now on Sandblast, swapping shoes with their teammate Bilu. Gonna use the Killjoy. No point in saving it. Gets rid of the recon bolt. Has eyes on the Sova, but not eyes on the Raze. Demon gonna retreat. As Sandblast just trying to keep positioning here, but Spike is still in a dangerous position. Not able to find the kill on because. And that will be the half, 9-3 in favor of Aspire.
And that last round, you saw it over on the POV here because utilizing the spray. Getting a headshot there in that last shootout. And like I said, moving to 9-3, only a couple more round wins needed for Aspire here in match number 1. They're looking to take the first round matchup. We are going to go through 3 matches here in groups. Just to make sure everybody is familiar with Aspire. Next up is going to be against a crew, the Rocket League roster, and then against Circuitry Gaming in round 3, and that one's going to be... I'm going to get called out, but... And over for Quanzek, taking a look at your future as well. You'll be going against Circuitry next round, and then the Accrue RL roster in round 3.
So what's the deal with Circuitry? I've heard you say that a few times now.
I am one of the longest running members of Circuitry Gaming. I'm one of the admins, and I'm their caster for Rocket League and host for community nights. And
got it.
They were I shot my shot with Aspire to start it out. I was like, I'm gonna go straight to the champs, and they said yes right away. And I was like, oh cool, this is gonna be really awkward. And then I'd been dropping Circuitry's name to everybody who was asked. I was like, get these guys, they're on the come up. I wanted to, but Gaugan got them. I'm happy to see. I said earlier that if Aspire don't take it all, I'd love to see CG make the deepest run. That's the background story. I literally have a Circuitry flag behind me right now.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear it. We did see a flawless on the first round on offense for Opstapa, so maybe both these teams are just offensive teams. I won't get ahead of myself. in hoping for the comeback. But
Certainly
the
good.
flawless in round 1 was very encouraging to see.
Absolutely. We're going to have a bit of a strong start here as well. We'll go down to a 3v3. The spike already getting dropped. Shots coming out, Anthony taking out because down to the 2v3.
Gotcha.
They get a 2v2, trading frags back and back. Harry's got the intel to find Anthony, got the kill, but Bleo taking out Harry's in the process. This one's gonna go right down to the wire. Bleo taking out ladder moves. And another 2 rounds in the row for Opstoppers.
Yeah, that one-on-one, Bleo has the slight advantage. They're already having positioning, knowing most likely that the last defender is going to be coming from their spawn. Able to just hard scope the very first peak point that Aspire had access to. That'll be 2 rounds in a row for Opstoppers. Looking to keep this momentum going.
Revealing area.
Hook kill coming out there onto Oyasumi. 2 people peeking out of Hookah. Now wrapping around behind the rest of Opstoppers. Could be a dangerous flank here.
We'll see how the play develops. My apologies for the brief silence. Trying to get some tech stuff sorted out on my end. But looks like it should be good. Like I said, let's start. We'll see if Opstoppers can get the stop here. All 3 of them heading on over to the B site. As soon as they get that, I'm assuming they're going to get the plant going here. The plant is happening.
One enemy remaining.
Laddermove's getting a couple of frags.
Planted.
The spike is planted, but everybody else taken out. It'll only take the time for Aspire to get over to the spike and take it out.
No fire.
Yeah, that initial kill early put Opstoppers in a little bit of a hole. They were able to find 2 kills from the 2 players coming around on the flank, but not able to win the gunfights on the regroup back at B site, and because of that, will drop their first round attacking side. Aspire now holding 2 times the rounds that Opstoppers do.
Teleport's ready.
Although Opstop is in turn holding 2 times the round that Aspire has had since the half. So we'll see which one of those stats remains true moving forward here. As there's a lot of contention onto A. Good snipe by Oyasumi. Able to find a kill onto B. As the rest of his team looking to get positioning onto A site.
And Demon getting the frag on Anthony. We have a lot of players coming in onto that A site. Demon one of the frontmost, taking Sandblast out. Spike is dropped. We'll have to see Opstoppers rotating back in. More battling coming out here 2-2.
Out of charges. Revealing area.
Both teams aware of what the plan is. They're right in front of each other. Shot comes through the wall there. Last player will die for Opsobs. That's going to be 11-5 advantage to Aspire.
It was similar to the before the swap. Opsobs had that very strong start. Aspire were able to bounce back, and once we swapped out, here, like you said, or like we saw, Opstoppers were able to get that flawless win, but it's shifted back to Aspire since.
Now only 2 rounds remaining
Some chaos.
before Aspire can close out this best of 1, get themselves a 1-0 win. A 1-0 advantage, excuse me, moving forward in the rest of the group. Smiley finding a kill in Bass, but he is killed for his efforts.
You want to
More
play?
fighting in
Let's
Bass.
play.
As Opstoppa are down a man.
Another 3v2.
One enemy
Looking to
remaining.
make something happen with it, making a 3v1. Ladder moves taking out Blue.
Shock dart.
See how this last fight ends up developing.
Shock dart.
Some intel looking to be gained. Take a look over at Oyasumi's keeping an eye around that passageway. Just in case somebody from Aspire comes in. Looks like clock continuing to drop down. We'll see if... Never mind. They're not going to go for the save. Aries taking Oyasumi out. They'll be one round away from taking a match number 1.
Match point.
Very convincingly, might I add. Opsapa is burning hot, but burning quick. Able to find wins early, but not able to carry that momentum into the rest of the game. It's gonna take the Omega comeback sweet potential for this one to even look at overtime.
You never know what could happen.
There they are.
We'll have to push out quite a bit, though. Already down to 4v4 as we head into this, what might be the final round. We don't know for sure just yet.
Right here. I am the hunter!
Getting the fight back and forth. The Hunter's Fury coming out front because trying to pick up a couple of frags. But meanwhile, Opstop they're getting the kills onto Aspire. They're holding for now. They're looking to fight through.
Two players completely split up here. We see Oyasumi stuck in the spawn, is able to find the kill. So now, him and Bilu gonna regroup at B site with Smiley rotating back around, knowing that that's what their plan is. Spike is gonna go down, and now it's up to Smiley. See if they can garner this clutch for their team. Not able to do so. Poke damage coming out. And Opstop is going to hold on for the time being. Keep their hopes alive.
And they're not going to just lie down and give up by any means. They did get the solid push back there. Continuing to have fun. It looks like my Stream Elements bot is totally broken. Unable to get that to work through, so I'm gonna have to get some commands working through Nightbot or figure out what's going on there. We'll do it after the first matchup is done. Certainly far from done. I assume we're taking Ares out. Ares and Demon really been the backbone of the offense, of the frag capabilities of Aspire. Demon more so than Ares, but still. Taking Ares out early is going to be good. Down to that 3v3. We have a plant coming out.
Spike planted.
Not going down without a fight. There is the spike. 3 apiece for either squad.
They can cut.
Down to
Some
3v2.
shots coming out. Adro Anthony able to find a kill.
Scanning ahead.
Last player standing.
Smiley getting dropped. It's going to come down to because did come in as a sub for the evening. Has played well overall, unable to take down the 1v3 Opstop keep match number 1 alive.
I was gonna point out, I probably shouldn't be, but like, I'm already almost through this bag of candy. And I know I need to save it for the end, but geez.
I've been slowly munching on it. It's been pretty good. I do like it. I've been wanting, like I said in the pre-show, I've been wanting to get these sour apple drops, and they're good. They're living up to the to what I had hoped for.
Oh, we all got different candies then.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got cotton candy gummy bears.
Nice. I got the chocolate bar in the last Truman Factory Clash. This is a pretty good one.
Revealing area.
I know it might seem like a little thing too from a chat, but when you have the sponsor coming in and, you know, sending things over to the casters, even little things like that, it goes a long way. It helps show the support
100%.
for the different communities. So much love, Truman. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it's gonna have to be a clutch for Sandblast to keep Opstopa's hope alive. And it will not happen. Sandblast will go down. Aspire able to take their first match of the day. They will go 1-0 in the group, setting themselves up very nicely for a probable bracket continuation.
Well, here's hoping. But it should be pretty good overall. It was a good round one here at Quanzek. It was a joy to be able to sit back and banter a little bit as we went through round number one. But as you said, Aspire taking the dub in match number one. We'll be heading into our next matchup here in just a minute. Quanzek, wish you the best of luck as you head through groups as well.
Same goes.